Right, well, good morning and welcome to this beautiful, beautiful day here in Suffolk. Not a cloud in the sky. We're on a new fishery today. Actually, it's a new fishery and a campsite. So we are at the Cider Farm Fishery in Ilkeshaw, St Lawrence, just outside of Bungay. And it is absolutely gorgeous. It is a little hidden gem, it really is. So I don't really want to share it with you. I've literally managed just to drive straight in, straight around the lake here, park up here where I'm going to be camping tonight, and yeah, absolutely spot on. So it's a lovely little lake here. It's a carp lake with a few bits of coarse fish inside of it as well. So my plan today is to get them feeding on the surface and have a bit of a fish with the old fly rod here. So we're going to set up the roof tent just now, get everything ready. I'm going to be joined by my son, my eldest son, a little bit later on. Don't get to see him so often now, so he's decided to come down and spend his hangover with me down here in the morning. So we'll get everything set up, get the roof tent set up, get the awning out, get everything ready for a day here. And I'm really looking forward to just spending a day just doing a bit of old school fishing and eating as well. We've got some top notch for later on. So without further ado, let's get everything set up and let's get ready for a day out in this absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous sunshine at the Cider Farm Fishery here just outside of Bungay. Right, so I fed him, he's lost all my floats. Now we can do some fishing. Now the only problem is that it's gone a bit dead, to be honest. I managed to get them all feeding up on the surface, and then by the time I faffed around getting Yan all sorted out, they come off the surface and I can't seem to get them back up. So I think what we'll do is we'll have an afternoon in the sun and then have a bit of a fish this evening later on, I think, because I generally find that surface fishing is better in the early morning and in the evening. So, but it's a lovely little place, really, really nice and secluded, and it's lovely that I can just drive the truck straight up here as well. Fantastic. Well, time for a quick snarler, I think. This place is absolutely gorgeous here, it really is. It's minimalistic facilities here. It's a pitch, a toilet and water, and that's your lot really. But if you want to have sort of a semi-wild camping environment, then this is brilliant. And it's also great that you can literally just drive around and just pitch wherever you want to. So in a roof tent, this is absolutely perfect. I've literally just driven around the lake and just dropped over on this side here. So later on this evening when the sun sets, I've got the sun down here as well. Right, so I am going to just stick this little kielbasa in a little sandwich, and we shall have a think about doing a little bit of fishing. Oh, lovely old job. Well, it's not happening on the surface, so we've gone over to an old school method, the lift method. 2 double A's at the bottom, about 3-inch hook length, so the double A's sit on the bottom, and basically when the fish takes that up, the weights lift up and then the float goes flat on the surface. It's a method I grew up fishing on Slater's Pit with. I've done any fishing like this for ages, float fishing. And it's so nice to just be back in a little tiny pond, just waiting for that float to lay up on the surface. And my 6-foot fiberglass rod and my Daiwa, what was it, a Cortina 200 reel, I think it was. A loaf of bread, quarter pint of maggots. Used to love it. I spent all my childhood like that. So it's really nice to get back to it. It really is. Well, it's a carp. Not really the size I was after, but it's a little tiny mirror. On, away you go. At least we didn't blank, that's the main thing. Right, I suppose we better get this barbecue on the go. Looks like I forgot to clean and season that before storing it the last time we used it. So no logs today, just some charcoal. Well, it'd be rude not to crack one open, wouldn't it really? And since we're at the cider farm, it'd be rude not to have a cider, wouldn't it really? Cheers. Oh, that's good. Blood orange, really nice. Right, we're having a surf and turf tonight. Well, sort of a surf and turf. This is like the Tyrannosaurus Rex version of a surf and turf. So we'll just get this prepped while the charcoal heat up. So first of all, let's get some garlic butter done. And we've just got some homemade salted butter, really salted butter. As I was wandering around Morrison's and I found this small little T-bone or bone-in sirloin. Thought we'll give this a go. Stick a few prawns on the top of it, some garlic butter, and then we'll just fry off some rice on the flat grill as well. And then by the time that's all down, we'll get into another one of these, and then hopefully these fish will come back up on the surface. At least I haven't blanked today, that's the main thing. You can't exactly call that fish though, can you really? Horrible. Right, let's get a bit of that butter on. All right, let's get the prawns. They're only small ones, these are. And the garlic butter. That steak's there. Let's let that rest. I needed a bigger dish, I think. Now for the rice. All right, let's get a couple of these shrimps on the top. There we go. I think that is perfect for a dinner at the Cider Farm Fishery. Nice little surf and turf. That looks absolutely disgusting. Cooked to perfection. I don't think I really need that steak. They're on the feed. Nothing massive, but a fish is a fish. There we go, nothing massive. But good fun on a 4-weight. They're getting bigger anyway. There we are, a little bit bigger. That's the fly I'm using, so this little dog biscuit fly. You can see the foam on the top there, so that keeps it floating in that position. So the hook, the barb of the hook is always on the top, so the fish aren't going to get spooked by that on the bottom of the fly. Really nice flies, really, really good. Just haven't been producing massive fish today. Right, that'll do. I think it's time to sit back and enjoy the evening sun. Our mozzies are out in force, so I think we'll light up the tiny rappel. Oh, that one's broken. Right, I think it's time for bed. I've really, really enjoyed myself out here today. It's the first time I've been here, and it's a lovely little place. It really is. It's small, it's compact, you know, it's lovely. It really is. But it's so nice just to be able to pull the truck up right next to the swim, set it all up, you know, cook up a good bit of grub outside here and just watch the sun go down. And it's just been really, really nice. It's just what I've needed. It really is. It's just a really nice, quiet little place for a bit of relaxation and contemplation. The old mozzies are out in force now. I've just lit up the old Flextail Tiny Rappel S, which is keeping them at bay. Now, there's been a bit of things about this online there where people saying it doesn't work. I think it works perfectly for mosquito. It doesn't work for midges, 100% does not work for midges. But mosquitoes, it really, really does work. You know, we've got this whacked up on super mode at the moment, and that's definitely keeping the mozzies at bay. Right, I am going to finish off my mini cheddars, and I'm going to get myself to bed, so I shall see you in the morning. Well, what a beautiful morning. Good morning. Slept like an absolute log last night, and then about 1:30 it just started raining. I left a few bits outside, so there's a few bits that are wet this morning. Really warm. I literally had the mosquito net open on the back all last night, and it was a lovely, lovely sleep. Really was. Obviously with the rear guard on that as well, when it was raining, you don't get any sort of water ingress unless the wind's sort of blowing this way. But yeah, really, really nice sleep. Right, I think we're going to have an hour or so on the fishing. I haven't got many dog biscuits left, so we might be fishing on the bottom, but we shall see. Let's just see whether we can get a couple more on the surface before we start getting some breakfast done. I'm going to head away about 10:30 this morning. It'd be nice just to stay here for another day, but there are other things I need to do. Had a bit of issue with me power up in the tent actually. What I've done is, with the battery box that's in the back, I've run a cable up into the back there, and it runs off the solar controller. So I've got some power up there, but it weren't working for some reason last night. And I've had to flick through the solar controllers on the Bluetooth, and should have been working. So it looks like there's something else we'll have to take apart. Anyway, right, I think we'll have a cup of tea, and then we'll get the old rod out, I think, first before making some breakfast. All this not catching is hungry work. Well, as we didn't eat much last night, I think we better have a full fry up really. How does that sound? How about a small Scottish breakfast? Black pudding, fruit pudding, lawn sausage. Can't beat the old fruit pudding though. I don't think I've ever tried fruit pudding. I can't believe I spent like 46 years of my life without trying fruit pudding. It's the way forward, it really is. Let's have a fried chicken ovulation as well. I think I need a bigger plate. Vascularly occluding Scottish breakfast. What should we get stuck into first? I think it's got to be a bit of fruit pudding. Absolutely love this stuff. All right, I'm going to get stuck into this. And then unfortunately, we'll have to start thinking about packing up. Right, so I think this is where I will bid you a fair do. Thank you for joining us on this little tiny micro adventure rooftop camping at this new little venue here in Ilkeshaw, St Lawrence's Cider Farm Fishery. It's absolutely brilliant down here. It's a lovely little place, it really is. So I'll stick a link to them down there in the description below. So thank you for following, thank you for watching. If you like what you see here, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. My name is Martin. I'm into my hiking, my fishing, my roof tent camping, my pack rafting, just generally being outdoors. So thanks for watching one more time, and hopefully we'll catch you next time on the next one.